Hello everybody, Dobby Super here. So, welcome back to another plush collection video. Now, before I get started, I did want to sort of answer this question as to why there wasn't one for 2024. And the reason was because when I saw how the one for 2023 did, I kind of thought that, well, it doesn't seem like people really want plush collection videos anymore. But I was proven wrong since for this year I was thinking, well, should I do it? And then I decided, you know what, I'll let the audience decide. So I posted a community post that was basically to have you guys vote on if I should do a plush collection video for this year or if I should do just a regular video. And most of everybody picked plush collection video, so without anything else to really talk about here besides that, let's go ahead and begin. Alright, so obviously we have to start with Luigi here. Now, as you can see here, he doesn't have his black wristband this year, but I'm gonna actually get him a new one since the old one was actually falling off, and that whole thing where he trades it in for a room in that one video that came out, Luigi's Travel Trouble, that kind of explained that whole thing, but he'll get a new one soon. And then we have his stunt double and the first Luigi plush that I got. And then we have Fire Luigi, who was most commonly used in the Bowser's Revenge series and just for whenever Luigi got a fire power-up. Then we have Builder Luigi, which I haven't really used too often in my videos, but there are a few scenes in some videos where he does appear like this. And then we have the Luigi's Mansion Luigi plush. This is a plush that I haven't used too much. I've mostly used it for when Luigi was going ghost hunting. But here's a little hint though, I am planning on making a custom plush for a character that appears in Luigi's Mansion and actually gives him the Poltergust. Then we have Cat Luigi from Super Mario 3D World, and this is a plush that I actually got in Taiwan when I went to visit my family. And then we have Tanuki Luigi or Kitsune Luigi. Not really sure what that name means, but I'll probably look into it. And yeah, I got this plush when I went to New York and went to that Nintendo store in New York. I actually made a video on it. And then finally, we can end this off with Baby Luigi. Okay, so forget that I said that Baby Luigi was the last one I have. I actually have a smaller Luigi right here. And there you go. So that's basically all of the Luigi plushes I have there. It's definitely grown over the years, as you can see, and I've gotten a lot more, and I've pretty much completed the collection of them. I'm really just missing the older versions of them, like Mario Party 5 and Kelly Toy, but I'm probably never going to go after those plushes because those are incredibly expensive and I do not plan on spending that much money on all that. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next section. Alright, so moving on, we now are going to Mario, Luigi's older brother, but shorter. And then we have Fire Mario here. This is the older one that my old friend gave me. He's no longer my friend. And as you can see, this one has aged quite a bit since I've used this Fire Mario as my main Mario for a long time. And then we have the new Fire Mario that I ended up getting, since this one had a much more defined mustache there with the details, meanwhile the old one didn't have it as defined, and the hair is somewhat different as well. And then of course we have Builder Mario, which this plush I don't think I've used yet, but this plush came from, I believe it was Mario Maker 2, but this is also something that appears in the first Mario Maker, so yeah. And then we have Metal Mario, so yeah, this is the All-Star one, and I'll be honest, I haven't really used this one too much, but I have used this one for the Terminator video. I believe another one was Mario Secret, and a few others. And then we have Flying Squirrel Mario. This is a Super Mario Bros. U plush. Not sure why Super Mario Bros. U hasn't made any other plushes, but I believe there was going to be a Baby Yoshi one, but we're getting off topic here. And then we have my very first Mario that I ever got. You can tell because this one is quite old. This is the Super Mario Bros. Wii Mario, and well, he definitely has seen better days as his hat there is coming off and it's not very great. The stitching surprisingly is still held up to this day, but I don't know, this thing is probably just as old as my channel, about 7 years old. Then we have a Dr. Mario plush. This is a plush that came out for Dr. Mario World. Really love the game, sad that it got discontinued, and yeah. It's a plush that I've used pretty often since I portrayed Mario to have a doctor job, so this plush is really useful for that. And then we have Tanuki Mario. This is another plush that is almost as old as the first Mario plush I got back there, except I believe this one is a little bit younger by I believe 2 years, so I had this plush for about 5 years, I'm pretty sure. And then we have Propeller Suit Mario. This is actually one of those plushes that were exclusive to the Nintendo store. I believe it was the Nintendo store in Japan, but yeah, I was able to get my hands on one here. And then we have a Wing Cap Mario. This is one of the first old Mario plushes that I got, and obviously from Super Mario 64. He doesn't have his tag anymore, which I regret cutting off, but he's still a really nice plush, and I really like him. And then next we have Sunshine Mario, not only with short sleeves, but also with Flood. I got this plush on an eBay listing a long time ago, and I paid about $60 to $50 for him, whereas nowadays he apparently goes for like 200 something, which is insane. And yeah, just to answer anybody who's gonna say like, can you sell me any of your plushes? Yeah, no, none of these are getting sold anytime soon, I'm afraid. And then we got a Mario plush here that is in a Goomba shoe. Pretty cool. And then we have another Builder Mario, but this one is very different. This is the one that I used for Mario's dad, Jumpman, and what's really interesting is that his little belt here is actually like it's apparently made of leather, which is pretty interesting. Next is Cat Mario from 3D World, and this is a Christmas gift that I got back in, I think it was 2018 or 19. And then we have a Baby Mario plush. This is a plush that is actually much older than you actually might think, but this is the same brand, I believe, that Bowser Power had. And I'm not entirely sure since his tag unfortunately got cut off, because once again, I kept doing that type of thing when I was much younger. But yeah, this plush is apparently something that is really unique compared to the All-Star. The Baby Luigi plush I showed earlier is a All-Star, but this one is some other type of brand. And then we have this small Mario that my character Blue Toad, or his actual name Wesley Mario, actually holds on to and sleeps with in some of my plush videos. Alright, now to the really big Mario plushes. We have a World of Nintendo Mario plush. This plush here is a plush that I got from Toys R Us before they closed down, and that's what makes this one really special to me. And it's pretty big. I haven't really used him for any current projects, but I have a feeling I might use him someday, maybe when he gets a Mega Mushroom, since he's pretty big compared to the rest of them. And of course, with this ongoing theme of old Mario plushes, we have the 30th anniversary Mario plush here with this like special fabric that has like the Mario Maker stuff on it and the 30th anniversary logo all over it. It's even on the hat here, as you can see. This plush is pretty much about the same size as the World of Nintendo one, except this one is a lot older than that. And then for the most detailed Mario plush here, we have a Mario Odyssey plush that allows you to take off his little cap here. And he has a full head of hair, and even this little piece here. And yeah, as you can see, his overalls have actual hard buttons, and same goes for down here and here. And his hands are actually open, and all his fingers are separate. And before I forget, like a lot of my other plush collection videos, I have this Mario Kart plush from 1993. Comes from Super Mario Kart, and there's other versions of the characters in these karts, but I only have Mario here, as you can see. And to top it all off, for the last Mario plush in here, we have Mario in his wedding attire with his tuxedo, bow tie, and he's even got a special kind of like top hat, I guess, with his own emblem on it. And just like the other plush right there, he, well, actually the mustache isn't as long, but I've heard some people say they like it like this, they like the other one. It's really hard to say, but again, he's got actual buttons, and he's even got actual buttons back here too. And the material here is really shiny, really detailed, and I really like it. And there you go. So that is all the Mario plushes that I have here. It has gotten quite big over the years. The 2-year gap between the last plush collection video and this video is, you can see the difference is pretty crazy now. But yeah, other than that, let's go ahead and move on to the next section. Now for this section of the video, we're going to be going over all the baddies, the antagonists, and basically just all the different rulers and leaders in my series. But first we'll go ahead and start with Bowser, since he's kind of the main one here. And then of course Dry Bowser, since this is what Bowser became after he was burned in lava in the Season 2 of my main series. And then we have Bowser's brother here, which is basically just a Dark Bowser plush with this sort of jacket-like sort of attire here. And I made this because I wanted to make Bowser's brother of what he looked like in 2011. For those of you that watch any old films or old Disney films, you'll probably know what this is referencing. Okay, and moving on from Bowser's main line here, we're now going into some of the other characters that are possible villains or antagonists, I guess. But yeah, we have the King of the Goombas, Goomboss here. This is a custom that I made based off of Mario Fan, I think it was 101's custom. I'll show his channel here, but yeah. I used his tutorial to create this huge dude. And then of course we have the Womp King here, so this is once again another custom from Mario Fan 101's tutorial on how to make this. I just added a crown on mine, and I kept most of the design for it the same based on his template. The only things I changed was how the arms were made, just basically the color of it. I changed the feet to match how it looks in the game, and I also changed how the eyebrows were looking, since these apparently are part of them. And I also kept the design of this, since I really liked the whole idea that he's got like a bandage over like a crack behind him. And then another character that's going after Mario, except this one is kind of into Mario, similar to Peach, I believe. But anyways, here we have the first Magic Koopa, and the teacher of which is Daichi. Now, this character, as you can see here, kind of looks a little bit poorly made, but it's actually the whole point of the character, since she is pretty old and she's not really supposed to look that great, since the times have not really treated her that great. And what's really interesting about this character that I like a lot is that her hair is actually in strands, which I wish I did with more customs, but this one works pretty well. And her little, like, I guess cloak here is actually like fake fur, like type material. Meanwhile, the rest of her is just basically felt. And she also has a little sword, if you guys have seen the videos. And this was a character that my friend actually kind of helped me come up with the design with, and I actually still have the concept art that he made for me that I based this plush off of. Alright, now for some more characters here, we have General Guy. Now this dude came from Paper Mario, the very first one, and he's a character that I've only used once in my series, in the Luigi's Origins video, the Great War video. And he was sort of I'm not going to say what it is, because some people are a bit sensitive about this topic, but it is, like, related to World War II, I'll just say that. And then, of course, we have this dude here. This is the King Penguin from the Mario movie. This is something that I ended up picking up just because after seeing the trailer, I thought, well, I could use this dude for something. Alright, and then the next character here is King Bobong. And then for the last character of this part of the video, we have Petey Piranha. This is a character that only appeared, I believe, 2 times in the series so far, but I do need to show this character a little bit more, because this character's vendetta on Mario, and everybody else I feel is something interesting I should go into. And that's basically all the plushes there. Now, I will say that, like, even though there's only 4 of them here that are custom plushes, I really enjoyed making the customs, and I really like that I'm adding all these new characters in here, characters that most probably might have forgotten about in the Mario games, including Petey Piranha and a few others. But I need to include Petey Piranha in a few more videos, and I also need to add a few more characters, probably to the videos, because there's a lot of characters from Paper Mario that I really hope to add into my videos, including characters like Piantas, Nokis, and many others. But that's why I've kind of gotten into customs, since I'm able to kind of create my own characters, and it's really fun to make. But anyways, let's go ahead and get on to the next section. Alright, so for this next section, we're going to be going over all the Toad characters. So first up, we're going to have the main character here, Blue Toad, or Wesley Mario, his actual name. And then we have Yellow Toad here, Ezreal Mario. And then, of course, we have a stunt double of Blue, which is looks very different to the one that I actually used, but funny enough, I found out this one looks a little bit more like the stock image of the Flying Squirrel Blue Toad plush. And then, of course, we have a regular Blue Toad plush. This is one that I got from Taiwan. And then, of course, we have a regular Toad, the red spots and blue vest, pretty much. And then we have Yellow Toad. And then if we continue off of the color schemes, then we have a Green Toad. This is, I don't know how to explain this one, but this is a plush I got off of Amazon, and I like the green color, but he's a lot shorter than the other Toads, but my guess is it's probably mimicking the Super Mario Bros. I believe it was Wii version of the plush. And then the only other power-up plush we have here is a Cat Toad, Blue Toad to be exact, from 3D World. And then from Super Nintendo World, we have a Chef Toad plush from, I believe it's called Toadstool Cafe. This is a character that I've used a few times in my videos, but I do plan to use him for something a little bit bigger than what he's been used for, just as a background character. And then from the same place, Super Nintendo World, we have a Mario Kart Toad plush, the Toad Pit Crew plush. What I really like about this one is that this is the only Toad plush I currently have that you can have sitting or standing, technically. Although he kind of forces you to have him sitting, since his little feet here don't exactly support him very well. And then we have this Toad plush here, which is one of the few Toad plushes I have that I've actually used for special occasions. This is the Toad plush I used in my Mario and Luigi The Era of Youth movie, and I haven't really used him too much for any newer videos, but I do plan to use him a little bit more. Alright, and then last here, at least as far as official and bootlegs come from, we have Toadsworth, one of the few Toad plushes that I actually really like, even though he's a bootleg. Sine, or whoever it is that makes all these plushes, please make an official Toadsworth. He desperately needs it, trust me. Alright, now the rest of these Toad plushes are not exactly official, but they're customs, and since they're still plushes, I'm going to count them, so let's go and get on with it. So, this one right here is from Bowser's Inside Story. This is the design of the female Toad character. Has the apron, the dress, and it's a really nice custom. And if you look back here, it's actually tied together and everything. And she's got the little like hair bun thing from the game, and she's got a little smile there. But yeah, she's almost like the Chef Toad plush, since her head here is the same color scheme as a regular mushroom. Alright, and then this is one of like my second Toad custom plushes here, and that's Kinopio-kun, or the line mascot for Nintendo. And then this Toad plush actually is a character that appeared in Bowser's Inside Story, Partners in Time, and I think Superstar Saga? I don't think so, not for that one, but yeah. Toadbert, this is a plush that I made specifically as a character that appears in the Luigi's Origins video. This is a plush I think was really interesting to make because it was my first Toad plush, and I found out really quickly I knew how to do ties pretty well, and his little suit here is pretty good, honestly. It's a pretty good Toad custom plush for my first Toad plush I ever made. And then finally we have the biggest Toad custom I've made so far, and that's this one. So this is supposed to be for a character that I can't really say because it's for a project that is not out yet. But as you can see, it's a pretty big Toad plush, and you might think, is this a male character? No, this is actually a female Toad, since she has little hair pieces there. And it's quite a big plush, and I spent a long time on it, but yeah, this is probably the biggest Toad plush I have right now. And I don't know why I keep forgetting about all my other plushes for some reason, but I do have more Toads actually. So we have Captain Toad here, and then another Captain Toad plush, but this one is holding a pickaxe and a turnip and is standing. And then we have a Toadette with her like adventure uniform, I guess. Has the same backpack and headlamp there. And then finally we have the All-Star Toadette. And that's basically all the Toad plushes I have here. There's quite a lot of them here, as you can see, and the collection has gotten a lot bigger since I've started to make customs, and I've only made about 4 custom Toad plushes, as you can see here, 2 of them being female and 2 of them being male. But as you can see, though, there's a bunch of them, and that's not all of them, actually. I just wanted to show all of these before I get to these other 2, which are also pretty unique and are actually customs. Alright, so this little custom here is of Zesty from Paper Mario The 1,000-Year Door. This character is one of the few Toad characters that is very violent and pretty crazy sometimes, too. And then another Paper Mario custom Toad plush I did is of Tasty here, and she's the much sweeter version of Zesty. I can't really explain too much, but you'll see in this video right here. Alright, now we're going to be going over all the little baddies and enemies and Bowser's minion type characters in my videos. So we'll start with these 2. So we have a Goomba and a Koopa Troopa, all-star plushes, nothing too special about them. And then we have a variant of the Goomba, the Paragoomba, a Dry Bones, a Shy Guy, a Boo, a Babam, and a Blooper. Oh yeah, and I showed something really cool in my plush collection video from a while ago, which I'll show here. And then for water-themed characters, we have a Cheep Cheep and a Porcupuffer that is now hard to find in modern day. Kind of miss when these guys were kind of common to get. And then from the original Paper Mario, we have Sushi, which is not exactly a enemy type character, but more like a partner. But because it's a fish character, decided to put it in this part of the video. And then for the plants, we have a piranha plant, which is just in a pipe here as like a pot. A Tronton piranha, which is a sort of variant of a patui, which is basically a piranha plant with legs, but this one also has leaves for arms, kind of like a PD piranha. And then we have a Monimole. This plush is something I got from Taiwan, and if you're wondering what store I got it from, I have a photo of it right here. And then we have a Magikoopa plush, the All-Star one. You've probably seen that this wand in my recent video can come off, and yeah, it can. I'm just not going to do it on here though, because I don't want to ruin it. And then another Magikoopa type character from Mario Galaxy, the first one, we have Camilla. Now, this character is a custom, as you can see, and there's the little wand there with the star. She's got that design there. And then for some rare plushes here, we have a Pokey. This was rare for a while, but apparently it went back into production, it turned out. And this is a character I ended up getting, and oh yeah, and crazy enough, I made a custom of one. Except this one is supposed to be kind of like the Tower Power Pokey. A lot different, as you can see there, but a lot taller compared to the official one, as you can see. And then next we have a Fuzzy here that I ended up getting for Christmas. A Spiny, which I haven't really used too often, but he did appear in one of the first episodes of Season 3. And then we have a Wiggler here. Now, I do have a friend that actually did use this character and called him like Mr. Wiggles, I believe. I don't really speak to him anymore, but whenever I think of this plush, that's usually the first thing I think of. And then for another Paper Mario type character, we have Lady Bow. And then for the last kind of ghost type character, we have Polterpup. Okay, scratch that, there's actually two more, but we have a Lantern Ghost from Yoshi's Island, and also from Paper Mario, the first one. And then, of course, we have the Butcher, which is a much more sinister version of the Lantern Ghost, or at least it looks like that. A Hammer Bro, a Boomerang Bro without his boomerang because I actually took it off of him. And then next we have the cameraman himself, Lakitu. And then as the cousin of the Spiny, we have a Buzzy Beetle. And then as one of the few bandits in my series, we have Nabbit from Super Mario Bros. U. And then a Mecha Koopa here, which I haven't used yet, but I do plan to use soon. Then we have Morton. I put him in this section this year since he kind of counts as an enemy in my book, but if you guys think that he counts more towards Bowser's category, you can let me know in the comments. And then probably one of the few nostalgic plushes I have that I know I got from one of my favorite plush tubers, Chain Chomp. And no, I didn't get him exactly from the plush tuber, but I will show a screenshot of where this plush first appeared in the plush video that I watched. And what I really like about this one is that the chain is metallic, and I even put this here to simulate the sound of a chain on hard wood. And then we have a Banzai Bill, a Shy Guy variant that is very angry looking. I actually used this one in my Mario and Luigi Era of Youth movie as the Shy Guy Strider. And then as a part of another sort of custom plush, we have a Bully, which I made from Mario Fan 101's tutorial. Same goes for the Pokey back there. Alright, so we're at 2 left here, but this one is probably the second biggest custom I made, and that is a Unagi from the Mario series and Mario 64. He's pretty big, and as you can see here, he's got all the scales and stuff on him, a little fin. Okay, and for the final one, this is probably the hardest plush to show on camera, and that is Gobblegut. This is one of the biggest customs I have made so far. And as you can see, it's a Mario Galaxy 2 boss, and he is very detailed, from the eyes to the teeth here, and what's really cool is that his mouth can actually open. He's got all the scales and stuff, and yeah, he is very big, as you can tell. I'm trying to show him on camera, but it's a little hard, and yeah, he's got all that. He's got one of the red bumps here, and here too. And then he also has the little yellow piece there on the tail. He's really big in the game, so I couldn't make him as big as I wanted to. But I made him big enough, in my opinion. I'm trying to move him around, I'm sorry. But yeah, he is gigantic. And that is basically all of the plushes that are enemies. And yeah, you can see it is crazy. Like, it is, like, huge. It's like almost coming towards the front door, actually. But yeah, this is all of them. And this dragon character, I cannot stress enough how big he is. In fact, I'll even move the camera here to show that. I couldn't even fit him completely on screen. But yeah, that's all of them, and I don't know how else to put it besides the fact that this whole thing is just massive. And I also know some people want to see if this thing is just as tall as me. Well, there you go. I'm about 5'11" in real life. This dude is 5'7". Okay, so there were 3 more that I was gonna show, but because that area was just so big, there was no way I was gonna be able to fit all this in there. So we have a thwomp, a huge bullet bill here. This is the Mochi Mochi Club version. And then as another Club Mochi Mochi plush here, we have a huge Cheep Cheep here that I actually used as a boss bass in one of my videos. So yeah, that's pretty much now all the enemies. I couldn't exactly fit all of this into that one section just because I had so much stuff there, but there you go. That's the 3 that we're missing from that part. Okay, so for this last part of the video, we're just going to go into all the extra characters basically in basically one section. So let's go ahead and start with that. So first, we have a Wario here, and then we have a old version of Waluigi here, but this is actually what I ended up using as Waluigi's brother. And then this would be my main Waluigi plush. Yeah, that one over there, I put the hat back on him just to show you guys what he looks like with the hat, but yeah, so this would be Waluigi, and that would be his brother right there, which would be called Waluma. Alright, now besides those 3, we're now going to move on to the Yoshis that I have. So we just have the regular green Yoshi here, yellow Yoshi, and the orange Yoshi. Alright, and for the last character for this category, we're going to have Peach here. She has a... oh, okay, I guess she doesn't have the stain anymore, but yeah, there used to be a black stain right here from the cruise video because I had her holding an umbrella in the thumbnail, and that handle on it apparently stained it, but now it's gone for some reason. And then we have a Daisy plush here, a baby Peach plush that I got like not too long ago. And then the last plush on this category would be the wedding style Peach that once again comes from the Odyssey set of plushes. And once again, probably the most detailed Peach plush I have currently. And that is it for this section. The last few videos I separated everything where Peach and Daisy were in separate categories, and Wario and Waluigi were also in separate categories, and for the Yoshis, I don't think they ever had a category in a plush video, but that's basically everything there. And that's basically everything that I have to show here. There were some puppet-like characters that I have of Mario, Luigi, a Piranha Plant, and this Toad here that I got from Super Nintendo World. I remember going to that park, and it's a lot of fun. And I even made a video on it if you guys want to check that out. It's on the main channel here. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this plush collection video, and I will see you all in the next video.